So everyone in the past was in the centre of this to welcome back this town football club. Had won the Vast Cup at Wembley the day before on the Saturday, and on the Sunday afternoon I was over at the Stag at Thetford with some friends and my ex-partner. That was a nice afternoon, not far from RAF Mildenhall and Lightening, again where they've just moved nuclear weapons to. And I say people were having picnics, and that was a nice afternoon. We were walking through the Thetford Forest, and again not very far from RAF Mildenhall and Lakenheath, big US air bases. And I was still thinking about all the people fleeing for their lives through the forests of Rwanda, where genocide was taking place and the slaughter was relentless. Again, mass graves you could have put the population of this into at the time. People hiding in mass graves to avoid being massacred. People dancing with fiendish delight in their victims' blood. And again, no Clockwork Orange, Norwich train station, mountain bike rapist here. I was on a woman's black Dutchy bike, not a mountain bike, all mixed into the black shroud of Sandringham. Just to set me up further, can't see Simon Bailey don't cry, his blonde host, plain clothes lover, not true detective for details. And like Pink says, when you're surrounded by big wig gnolls, snobs, dickhead sags, liars and evil clowns, they'll certainly disappear before they come for me. You can see tread first tyres for details. Plenty of people would like to put me on the Dis Wood Yard. Tread first tyres, toxic bonfire, make me disappear, all full of mad monster lies and bogus diagnosis. So anyhow, we're walking through the forest at Thetford, and there had been reports coming out of Rwanda that 125,000 people were trapped and the soldiers and the militia were closing in for the slaughter. And then without warning, over at Thetford at the Stag, there was a blinding flash of light. And I've travelled the world and the seven seas, and I've never heard such an almighty bang. That shook the place, and that sounded like the heavens were tearing apart, and that was massive. And just for a moment you could have thought the Mildenhall and Lakenheath had been hit with a missile. And again, not me leaving the body of a 17-year-old sex trafficked girl on the Royal Sandringham Estate killing fields. Their high royal blue crime, blue murder, certainly not mine. Late Prince Philip's favourite hunting area. See Prince Harry the Spare for details. No Roy White and White Van Man, Christian B. Sandringham serial killer here. No Oxfam sex scandal here. Sex and donations, I really don't think so. The big black cornerstone that came out of Africa. Kisumu, Kenya, 7 monster lies, 7 bogus diagnoses are built on. In the big Dis, Norfolk, UK, black box, serial killer frame fix assassination. Africa, Dis, Norwich and Sandringham. So coming back to the Stag at Thetford, this big electrical storm raged across East Anglia. And there were pictures in the EDP of all the lightning off Yarmouth, which is in the east, in that direction towards Russia, NATO, Ukraine. And the game of Dis winning the Vast Cup had been televised and was also being shown on that Sunday afternoon. And just as Dis was going to kick off, Tackleston Mask over near Wyndham, 15 miles from here, was struck by lightning, and all the televisions in Norfolk blacked out. That's always been a bit of an omen for me. And we're certainly all in range of war, the unexpected, when you least expect it. On a day just like today, we can take a very big hit. Certainly can come as a thief in the night, first strike. Again, the unexpected, when you least expect it. And also when I was in Spain, I did live in Spain for a couple of years, Torremolinos, Malaga, Granada, Antequera. And I did get invited on board one of America's biggest aircraft carriers that anchored off Malaga. 5,000 personnel, 90 planes was shown around. Also shown around the control room. And one of the officers in the control room said, "Johnny, there are so many control rooms now primed for war that once it starts there'll be such a chain reaction unlike the world has ever seen." So the Tesco one, you can see this Tesco's and Morrison's, every monster lie, bogus diagnosis mixed into their big pick and mix. Monster deal, buy one big monster lie, get two free. Dis Mason Council, White Lodge, a local mafia, a local mob. Norfolk Bacon SS, Windsor Gestapos, the local Nazis. Can see Dis Warfront Inn. Paul and Sarah, everyone's drunk from that poison chalice. And like Pink says, when you are surrounded by big wig knowles, knobs, dickheads, hags, liars and evil clowns, I'll certainly disappear before they come for me, and they certainly will pay to make you disappear. And that one's got con on it, big silver Range Rover, one big monster con, Dis Norfolk UK. And that is Camilla the Omen Nanny over there. She's just gone out and about in Dis, see Dis Mason Council, White Lodge, the local mafia, the local mob, get some more monster lies, bogus diagnosis. All to cover up there, High Royal Blue Crime, New Year's Day fine, September Blue Murder, certainly not mine. So, all in the bag in Dis Norfolk, UK. Anyhow, God bless, take care, have a good weekend.